I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Tuesday, December 19th. Cleanup continues after yesterday's wind and rain storm. Here in Quincy, National Grid is still working to restore power to several hundred customers. Yesterday, the storm brought down numerous trees and power lines across the city. A tree struck two houses on Spring Street on Howe's Neck, but there was minimal damage and no injuries. A tree struck a moving car on Newport Avenue, briefly trapping the occupants, but they were not hurt. And a tree blocked Common Street for a short time yesterday as well, but there were no serious injuries reported. Winds reached around 60 miles per hour in Quincy. The city received almost 2 inches of rain. An 89-year-old man died in Hanover during the storm yesterday. Power outages, school dismissals, and falling trees affected much of eastern Massachusetts. Police responded to Industrial Way in Hanover when a large tree fell on a small travel trailer just before 10. Robert Horkey from Hingham was extracted from the trailer with severe head trauma and died later at South Shore Hospital from his injuries. The investigation is still ongoing there. In nearby Scituate, schools are closed today due to widespread power outages. The South Shore was impacted by power outages more than anywhere else in the state, with 99% of Scituate and 76% of Norwell still without power as of last night. The National Weather Service said a 68-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded at Logan Airport yesterday. At the Blue Hill Weather Observatory, winds peaked at 90 miles per hour. Quincy City Council last night approved creating new districts around the Quincy Adams and North Quincy T stations that would make it easier for the development of more multifamily housing. The overlay districts are required by state law in an effort to increase housing around public transportation. Residential areas around the Quincy Adams station were not included in that new district in an effort to prevent overdevelopment in smaller neighborhoods. Also last night, the City Council approved a land disposition agreement that sells the IHOP restaurant property in Quincy Center to Atlantic Development of Hingham for creation of 325 new apartments with ground-level retail space that could include a Trader Joe's market. The agreement also mandates that the developer create an 800-space parking garage that will be paid for and owned by the city. Also last night, the City Council issued a commendation to the Friends of the Ruth Gordon Amphitheater for their efforts at reviving that facility. And councilors bade farewell to Councilors Ann Mahoney, Chuck Phelan, and Anthony Andronico. Mahoney lost a bid for mayor. Andronico lost a re-election bid, and Phelan is retiring. The next council meeting will be January 8th at 10 a.m. for the inaugural ceremony. Check of business news this morning, and stocks are higher. The Dow is up just a fraction. The Nasdaq rose 91 points, and the S&P added 21. World stocks were higher. The euro rose, oil at $72 a barrel. In sports, the Bruins take on the Minnesota Wild at the Garden tonight. 7 Celtics are out on the West Coast against Golden State at 10. Forecast from the National Weather Service today. Partly cloudy, high of 45. For tonight, clear, low 37. Sunshine tomorrow, high 44. A sunny 39 on Thursday and sunny 36 for Friday. Marine forecast calling for 2-foot waves, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 20 at times. Next high tide at 4:26 p.m. Sunrise 7:08, set at 4:13. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Tuesday, December 19th.